I am sitting at the landmark hotel in Dali, D-A-L-I, Old City, recording this. Delhi has a glorious history. In 1738, Nanzo kingdom was established with Delhi as its capital and covered such a large area. By 1000, Delhi was one of 13 largest cities in the world. It was one of the major transit points for the introduction of Buddhism throughout rest of China. The rebellion commenced as an uprising against the local oppressive rulers by the Hui Muslim minority and ended as an open rebellion against the Qing dynasty. As a result, several were killed and the rebellion brutally crushed by Qing, and hundreds and thousands of Yunnan Muslims were killed in revenge. Later, the Mongols destroyed the old capital and the palace of Kingdom of Delhi, and again several thousands were killed. Subsequently, the Bai minority people were forced as far as Yunnan province period. Currently, you see the lot of Bai nationality people living here, whom I'll be photographing later. The old city which I'm going to be seeing now was rebuilt in 1400s by Ming dynasty. It is one of the most beautiful Chinese cities, which looks very traditional, like that of maintaining its old traditional architecture, including the recent construction with the streets being narrow and paved with cobblestones or bricks, with people dressed in their national costume and uncontaminated by McDonald's, 7-Eleven and Walmart, unlike all major Chinese cities I have visited, all of whom have been so much contaminated, they become too modern to be appreciated of the ancient, beautiful Chinese culture and tradition. This landmark hotel is one of the nicest hotel to stay, except that in my room there was no heat and I had to bundle up, and hopefully they will change my room today to a better one. I am filming this sitting on a swing in the courtyard of one of the several segments in the hotel. The azaleas we are seeing is one of the ones that originated in a mountain nearby. This is the entrance to the Chinese restaurant with 100 sitting at lunchtime, and yesterday I traveled from Kunming and I was the only non-Chinese in that. This morning I ate my breakfast at the western restaurant of the hotel. Naturally, I was the only guest. As a result, all food, including the fruits, were cut, fruit juice made after my arrival. Another section of the hotel. Nice courtyard and one can see the entrance into the lobby of another section of the hotel. This is the Western restaurant with nobody inside, eating lunch at lunchtime. This is like a greenhouse with a central tree. My type of place to sit in the evening for gin and tonic and pakoras and masala cashew. Azaleas, even though this is winter. Hotel lobby. With the front desk. The front desk, bell captain and boy front desk person. You can see their costume. This is another one busy with the computer. Another view of the lobby. Main entrance of the hotel into the lobby. Handicrafts are common among Bai people. This is a needlework and some of our work is like a footwear. One of the streets crowded with people in the Dali old city. More close up of the street. One of the boy ladies with her baby. Real Kodagu Kitland. And the small ones. Even you can buy some plants in the marketplace. Want to buy mountain honey? Here is a real one, true organic. Ginger and sweet potatoes for sale. One can sit and relax in the street. There are several tour groups that one come across to visit, mostly Chinese. Occasionally you see a Westerner. As in more Westerners here than other places I went to. Look at the flag on the tour group with a red cap so that they are identified in a big crowd, unlike those European groups where it's easy to get lost with no ID whatsoever. That's easily visible. Some of the boy clothes, white with various designs. Look at the vibrant colors. And back to other items. Bunch of restaurants. I ate quesadilla in one of these places. It was well made with a fresh salsa. This is the lunchtime table I was mentioning. Good for dinner too, more crowded in the evening. Flowers, sure, you can buy them here. This is cute, community, I don't need to mention their religion. What you just heard is my Chinese guide for two speaking in Chinese. Model of Eroy Lake with an island called Nanzhou Island, which we will be visiting through a ship. Hope everybody watching this video can understand Chinese. I am in Delhi, new city. I am going to call it as a new Delhi, and my hotel is in Delhi old city called Old Delhi. I am taking this tour along with the Chinese group to see various activities and sightseeing. New Delhi is probably a little bigger than Mysore, but very much advanced, very impressive. Whereas the old Delhi is very traditional, as I filmed yesterday. This is the cruise ship that will be sailing to that island. My entire day's cost is Yuan 600 equals about $60. Correction, 380 Yuan equal to 60 US dollars. And I skipped lunch and I cannot eat Chinese food.
大家看一下，待会儿的话呢，我们做的呢就是这个。
Panoramic view of the city on the top deck of the Ila Lake. One of the ships sailing through.
Take a photo with
More
you.
Closer view. This is the bar in the cruise ship. Within the ship there is like a puja room who says communists have no faith in God. Ship's dining hall.
各位来宾带来白族三弦弹唱《小心肝》，掌声有请。小，祝各位嘉宾喝下这2道甜茶。回味茶采用的是生姜、花椒、麻辣椒蓉，清清热热，这表示我们宾主间的友谊。掐的方式来祝福新人，掐得越用力呢，就表示对新人的祝福也就越深。欢迎大家都上来参加我们的婚礼，一起掐新娘，把您最真的祝福送给我们的新郎和新娘。 敲呀敲呀，我有小新娘。
Have you fun in the ship? Have you feeling this bird?
就落去那个拍。
Nanzo Island most likely. Another beauty is this bird. On the ship I sat for this tea ceremony of a green tea with his friends. 3 of them spoke English and helped me a lot. They are from Shenzhen. The temple that I saw earlier is not Nanzo Island. Actually this is the island. I do not know the name of the temple island. Very small. This white building is a hotel. Of the hundreds of people or the tourists in this ship, on the only This is the statue of Koyin on the island over 60 feet tall. And also on the back wall, one can see this culture.
Guanyin burns us to burn.
Abhaya Hasta is just unmistakable. Except the fingers are bent at the metacarpopharyngeal joint.
叫做虎鱼战乱，现在是一个宾馆。我们要穿过这个宾馆以后，能看白族的本柱。白族这里呢，还有那个客厅啊，白族的堂屋。一般这个堂屋的话，
Look at this beautiful statues here and the arches. Amazingly well done.
会把它的塑像供奉在村子的中央，然后办成死尸3世，都会到庙里面来跟你
With all
希
the
望他能为他们带来好运。
statues and steps on both the sides.
这个国王，或者是对这个村子做过贡献的英雄。这边是一块石头，那么我们中间这个呢，是我们白族的500头马之兽，它的名字叫广东马。137年的时候，这个地方就是我们的大理国，但是大理国的国王占领时代。
You be here.
但是打到就是要扩张自己的国家利益。但是呢，
Okay,
那个地方就是
closer.
大理国人的。我不知道我们车上有没有上海人，但是来云南插队搭之前的上海人特别多。他的朋友到这里，他会告诉他的朋友，谁到大理买一块大理玉回来。
Why this is not a destination for foreigners? Surface is rough, too many steps, lot of walking. No wonder only backpackers of 20s, somebody like me, come to visit places. This is so exquisitely beautiful. Further, every time I come to China and take a trip with the local Chinese, there is always somebody who speaks English, and almost everybody is very helpful. So I have not faced any problem or got lost any time. This is a send-off as we get down from the ship. Entrance gate, possibly the old town Dali. Chang Shang Temple The details is just amazing. Once you go inside, this is the appearance. Panoramic view of this temple interior.
就是并的3个嘛，这是好像就是都是你们传的。
The cleanliness.
只有佛光普照嘛，没有普照佛光的啊。
Steps and more steps. Who wants to climb? View from above with the city and the mountain in the back. Snake, almost like a trishula.
发现白族人很勤劳的，也是很巧。
Further interior.
他刚才跟我说 OK 可以。
This is probably the main temple. Talk about steps. I must have climbed at least over 600 steps today. Walked over 5 kilometers on a rough surface. Yes, it's the main deity. Seem to be happy Buddha. See the interior paintings. See those ribbons all along the way.
这个佛教圣地的盛况，然后在白族是全民信佛的，这个地方既然发现了，在中国
Yeah. One can see the multiple mudras. I don't know, we just keep going, climbing more steps. There are more and more and more temples inside. Ultimately it leads to Kailasam. Light up the agarbatti.
他们说你要先蘸一点蜡油，你再点，是中间那种蜡油。
And they express the faith. The final phase, you can see the almost looks like a Hindu. And the Abhayahasta. Banyan tree. Under which Buddha attained enlightenment. Lijiang in the Yunnan province, China, is a beautiful city that has absorbed civilization from different nationalities. Lijiang means town of water. As a mountainous city, has integrated various cultures from all directions, the rich Drogba culture of the Naxi society, of both Han and that from the Tibet, integrating all of this into one, making it one of the most unique places that is still living today. It is one of the UNESCO's World Cultural Heritage Sites. The Naxi have the only living hieroglyphic language in the world that I will be filming later when I go to the old city. Actually, I am in the Grand Hotel, which is in the center of the old city, next to the market square. The city is full of water canals, as the clear water from the Jade Dragon Snow Mountain is channeled through various canals and subdivided into multiple ones so that it reaches homes as well as the streets. This market square, which I'll be filming later, and part of it is visible right now, was once stocked with goods brought by caravans playing the ancient Hatse tea road between India, Tibet and southwestern China. With such a great history, that today's irony is invasion of McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and Pizza Hut. The city has a 800-year history from as early as the late Song dynasty. An American commissioner who traveled in and out of Yunnan province in late 19th century caught the attention of Lijiang to the west. Since then there has been a flow of tourists periodically, even though during my stay here I hardly saw any Western tourists. Almost all are Chinese. This is I'm in the market square of Lijiang old city. This is the landmark here, and these wheels that actually bring the water from the river to the top and channel it through the canal is very typical here. As I film further, one can see this beautiful work of art, and I need to go closer to film it better. That is the logo of the UNESCO's World Heritage, and this is what this beautiful piece of art looks like. Another in the old town, that is my hotel, which is probably the most modern building in this market square. The place is almost always full of Chinese tourists. With these people with the photographic opportunity. Another Naxi person. Another view of the market square. This is one of the streets now lined with the part of shops and tourists. These are cobblestones lining the streets. Over the centuries they have been like this, becoming more and more smooth, and when wet even more slippery, and there is a risk of people falling and fracturing bones. The walls often have these beautiful murals, very colorful. Silverware is common. These artisans can create beautiful silver. One can appreciate the workmanship of these artists by looking at these. The city is full of bridges like this, including stray dogs that style.Bai, with a lot of canals. lined by a narrow street and the buildings. They were all homes once upon a time, but today they are all becoming restaurants and shops. An example of a restaurant and a bar, this place would be crowded in the evening. Aging is no disgrace or disability, the family members always help. It's a very common culture seen in China, with 3 or 4 generations going together. Getting the water from the canal is still considered clean and safe. Young man capturing some sun in this cold winter. In spite of all, there is plenty of clean toilets everywhere. Some clothes can be very colorful, almost a piece of art. More of the same, except that the bridge is like a plank of wood to get into this to cross the canal. More of the same, except the bridge over the canal is like a wooden plank with no side rails. No wonder Westerners would be concerned to come with no liability here. It's the only way to cross the bridge. It's no secret that tea originated in China. Sure enough, they also grow coffee in this Yunnan province and referred to as Arabia coffee. Must be Coffea Arabica. I'm sitting in one of these restaurants and one can see this coffee grinder, and he's just making for me. When I said slippery paved roads, this is what I meant. People just relax on the street, manually carrying things. This is a temple, probably Buddhist. Actually, from one street to the other, one has to go up these steps. That's exactly what I'm doing now. On the side of the street, it is nice to sit and relax. These Chinese wooden chairs are strong, well-made, decorative, spacious, and yet comfortable. This is part of the road to which you go through. As I look up, I'm looking at the town square, and I just walked around in all sort of places. This is an inn. There are several of these Chinese inns. They're all nice and clean. I looked into one of them, and again reaching there is something. And most Chinese tourists who stay here have one carry-on luggage. That's it. Nothing more. Not like me carrying 100 pounds. That's what it takes to go down. It's definitely not for the special person. Rum store, not a dumb store. Within the town square, the town square, close to the marketplace, with this almost like a park with people sitting and the canal running through. No, because of the dry season, I don't see much water in it, or not at all, including banana trees and palm. Nice bridge over this canal. In fact, all over the city there's plenty of canals. This must be one of the good luck or love stuff. There's plenty of it hanging all over. Plenty of photographers all over. As the sun goes down, the restaurant starts getting busy.